Hotkey Books presents Robin Hood 4, Drones, Dams and Destruction. Written by Robert Muchamore and read by Joe Jameson. Keep listening after the end of the audiobook for an exclusive sample from the next book in the series, Robin Hood 5, Ransoms, Rage and Revenge. The story so far. Things are bad in Sherwood Forest. Evil gangster Guy Gisborne has the declining industrial town of Locksley under his thumb, controlling everything from petty drug deals to senior judges. He works in an uneasy alliance with the Sheriff of Nottingham, Marjorie Kovacevic. The ambitious sheriff likes to portray herself as a successful businesswoman and get-tough politician who locks up criminals and cracks down on immigration. But deep in the forest, Sheriff Marjorie's army of private guards deals brutally with anyone who gets in her way. But the people are fighting back. When Arda Hood dared to speak out about corruption in Locksley, Guy Gisborne had him beaten, framed and sent to jail. His 13-year-old son, Robin Hood, escaped to the forest, joined a band of rebels based in an abandoned outlet mall, and mounted a series of daring raids and heroic rescues. For his many fans, Robin is a hero leading the fight against injustice. But cops and the government say Robin and his rebel friends are terrorists who must be hunted down and thrown in jail. Chapter 1. You stepped in something. Record-breaking summer rain had flooded vast tracts of Sherwood Forest, and for the first time in decades, the Macondo River ran deep enough to take a boat the 300 kilometres from Lake Victoria to the eastern delta. The rains had continued into October, and Robin Hood was sick of it, from emptying drip buckets in the night to stop his den flooding, to the mushroom stench of mould and clinging humidity that made him sweat through clean clothes in the time it took to tie his boots. Robin sat in an open-hulled boat, trying to read a book with damp, crinkled pages, while rain pelted a thick tarp that covered him up to the neck. Lanky trees blocked most of the daylight as an outboard motor moved the boat at a crawl. Lila Masri had been charged with keeping Robin and his best friend, Marion Maid, out of mischief. She sat on a plank at the boat's rear, steering. She had a Russian assault rifle propped between muddy legs and kept a careful eye on the deck compass. It was easy to lose the river's path on the flooded plains, and this was one of many spots where sat-nav signals didn't reach the forest floor. Robin's head felt fuzzy. His brain refused entry to the words on the page, and he'd read the same line 4 times when Marion's boot nudged his ankle. She sat across from Robin, sharing the big tarp, her head protected with a wide-brimmed rain hat, whose goofy neon strap looped around her chin. "That your chemistry homework?" Marion asked. Robin thought about holding the book up so Marion could see the cover, but moving risked draining puddled water from the tarp into his lap. "I downloaded crib notes," Marion continued. "You can copy my answers if you like." Robin sounded grumpy. "It's not homework. It's a book about the magic cheese." Marion looked baffled. "Magic what?" "Magic cheese were legendary computer hackers back in olden times. They did wild stuff. Developed the first computer virus, built the first scorpions to track mobile phone signals. They almost wound up in jail, but the CIA recruited them to hack the Chinese." Marion wasn't a big reader and looked unimpressed. "I don't know how you get through. What is that, 500 pages? Robin slapped the book shut. Marion wasn't the reason he'd read the same paragraph 6 times, but he blamed her anyway. "How can I read if you keep interrupting?" "My first words in half an hour," Marion growled back. As Robin rolled his eyes, Marion pulled a pack of chocolate-covered peanuts from her backpack. She tipped a dozen into her palm and put on a show, dropping them into her mouth one at a time, as Robin pretended he wasn't interested. "Want some, Grumpy Guts?" Marion asked. She rattled the bag. As Robin leaned forward, Lila steered the open-hulled boat between an embankment.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?